Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Meg, and this is my first game development blog. Um, this is gonna be an unknown game. I don't have a name for it yet. I'll come up with something. But so far I've been making this game for about 3 months or so. I originally was gonna do this for in October, Halloween game jam fest. But unfortunately, I didn't get enough time to finish, so I said, you know what, this is a good project, and I can make a big project out of this. As you can see, I don't have like a main player yet. I went with a simple, square player that moves WASD. And the idea of this game is more like a mystery puzzle game, and you get rewarded for discovery. The idea is you're in this graveyard, right? And then you have these ghosts around. The first person you will talk to is this NPC. And as you hover next to him, he'll have like a, where you have to press. In this case, you press X, right? And you press X, it does open a new dialogue. Kind of wanted to do with something catchy, kind of interacting with the player, giving some ideas of what you need to do next. And as you proceed, you tell the NPC to calm down what's, the situation here. And he starts telling you, about all this ghost boy that comes out and who, originally seems friendly. And he tells you about the mischievous things that they could do. So this is gonna be like the main player is gonna be the expert on Ghost, and he's gonna tell him, oh, we can find these artifact hauntings, and I can collect them all, and I'm on the case. And the idea of this game was I wanted to do something like a really smart dialogue. So in case if we do try talking to this graveyard keeper again, right, he's gonna say, oh, have you been able to get rid of all the ghosts yet? Right, he's not gonna repeat the same dialogue. I wanted to keep the player entertained. And in here, you're pretty much free to go wherever you want. You can go here, and I'll have some areas locked up in here. But ideally, this would be the first place I would want the player to go. Maybe I can have like a dialogue saying, oh, by the way, you can try to follow, the North Graveyard. Check it out. So from here, did these sort of like a fog cloud effect where you can tell it's haunted and we have these ghosts around. And as you continue, searching around this graveyard, you get this, cutscene area and this ghost boy appears. And the idea was kind of like, like this mischievous boy is playing hide and seek with you. And I kind of wanted to do something where also in case if you did miss where he went or where you need to go, you get this little sparkly stars here telling you, oh, by the way, move here. And if you do move there, right, he does appear in the bottom. So you're kind of trying to catch up to him. And here's, if you move here, you get another small cutscene. And he does drop a certain item, like a haunted item. You could grab the item and yep. Ideally, I want to have like a UI here, maybe on the top right, or a book, maybe a map as well of the world, of the graveyard, and just saying, what items you collected. Ideally, I want to have more interesting like artifacts, like, Easter eggs type of things where you don't have to collect them. They're not part of the main mission, but you can collect them as bonus, bonus points type of things. From here, you can go off and explore anywhere in the world. You can use special items, like maybe in here I can use kind of like a missing graveyard or a stone, kind of like you need some special item to read. From here, also you can go to this other next graveyard area. And as you can see, this part is locked up. But you can always talk to this groundskeeper. And he'll tell you, oh, you'll need to find a key to come in here. Great. Where can I find the key, right? This is where everyone's looking for. They'll tell you like, oh, just look north of here. There's a key locked in a glass case. So if we go up, right, we can experiment to go different areas too. Like we can go up here. Kind of search around. I want to leave it more open to the player. Decide where he wants to go. But if we do go up here, we do see the glass case right there with the key. And here, we can play around with the area, kind of see what's in here. We obviously can't get the key, about getting inside. And what I wanted to do is kind of like get the player thinking, oh, maybe if I move this boulder, right? This boulder is kind of interactive. And if it does end up stuck, so, oh, what do I do? It gets stuck. I do want to create like a reset button. In this case, it's going to be right here. I was thinking about maybe grabbing the boulder, but it sounds too heavy. So maybe I might do something where you can also pull the boulder back rather than having the reset button. In this case, we want this boulder to be in this little plate pad right here. If we do push it in, right, we can grab the key here. I'll probably give more of a hint to let the player know, oh, by the way, you need to do this, you know, with the boulder. So once you have the key, you can go back into here, and if we do talk to this, you know, groundskeeper, he'll say, oh, Nasa's done finding that key. I was stuck with that puzzle box. All right, he'll know if you have the key or not. From here, you can always open the gate, and we're off to the new cutscene. And here we see the ghost boy, and he's doing his, you know, sneaky stuff, being a troublemaker. From here, actually, I did get this idea from playing Witcher 3. I kind of said, oh, what kind of riddle could I do? You know, kind of just to stop the player. I did create this book here, and if you do try to interact, it'll give you kind of like a clue what you need to do. And it'll tell you 4 statues, 4 flames standing in the line, and it'll tell you kind of like which one you need to click first, and the second one, the third, and the fourth. This is exactly from Witcher. I got the idea from, right? And if you do put them in the same order, right, we get the tree here, the cross, ghost boy here, and then the man. Boom, we get a medallion. If we do by mistake end up getting a wrong error, nothing will happen. In this case, you can grab the medallion, and I'll insert it like in a UI, like a book here. From here, we can also look around here, this area. So it kind of leaves the player the option to look around. Here, also, if you try talking again to the groundskeeper, he'll tell you something else. So I'm pretty bad at figuring out, you know, like riddles, kind of telling you, oh, good luck, by the way. I may give him, you know, the player like a little bit more of a hint, like how to solve the riddle. From here, I wanted to have a key, like an extra key, and this area might be locked. I may do like a little Easter egg here, kind of like a discovery area, right? You can always go back here as well, and maybe if you have like a special item, just search this area around. But from here, the third part would be this area here. If you follow this graveyard path, this little path I made, right? This leads you to here, this area, the zombie zone, right? I call it the zombie area. And you can see kind of flashing, doing a little animation, pointing kind of like he wants brains. If you get close enough, he'll tell you, oh, brains? Hungry for brains, right? And I made it so it kind of is a little bit annoying, right? If you try to leave him, he'll continue telling you, oh, brains. I do want to set it a limit so he only repeats it 3 times or twice, right? If you try to interact again, he won't repeat the same process. From here, you know, if you're kind of stuck, you go, oh, where do I find brains though, right? I made the NPCs also know that it's, you know, there's a trigger event that says, oh, you know, he's looking for the zombie brains, right? If you talk to groundskeeper, he'll tell you a new dialogue. In this case, he'll say, oh, brains. Did you say brains? Talk to the groundskeeper, right? From there, we do try talking to the other NPC here. And then I want to create like a template for these guys, like a name, so you know, oh, this guy's the groundskeeper, this person is, you know, gravedigger, this type of things. In this case, oh, he'll give you a new dialogue as well. Brains, are you serious? Alright, and he'll give you a new key to open a new area. And I think I'll probably set a location, kind of like doing the camera movement, how I did with my other games. I might do that too. Right, this would be locked. And then from here, we have this grave zone area. I Let's see. From here, what we need is obviously a shovel, right? And in here, we get another X marking where we can get, you know, maybe possible fresh buried bodies. So if we do try to press X on these, we get a hole, right? And try to dig here. Oh, looks like nothing. Here, nothing. Nothing here. But if we do dig here, we get brains. Ta-da! And I kind of got the idea from playing Stardew Valley. Kind of wanted that smooth animation where it looks like it's coming out of the hole and it's smooth enough that comes in. I may change it around kind of like so it's easier to see. In this case, I made it big enough and sparkly enough, you know, that the player can't see it. So in this case, if we do get the brains, right, we can feed it to the zombie. So I think that's kind of what I have so far. And I want to have other sections here that open up as you progress the game. Maybe if you do search enough, you can open up this area and then it'll have little areas kind of like little monsters, or I might even add a few skeletons or something. Doing kind of like funny things. And really that's the idea, just kind of to have the player discover this whole graveyard area and try different things. Maybe go back here, right? Maybe dig here in these areas and find different little Easter eggs, or you know, certain tokens that they can use for as a bonus. And I do want to have a demo for this, so I'll have a demo just this graveyard area. Ideally, I've been getting really good feedback on streams for this game, so I want to do more of a longer game and obviously create the main player, of course, and even have more interesting little puzzles and different type of scenes just to keep the player interactive. And yeah, that's my game development blog. I'll be making for sure more of these. You know, keep an eye out on YouTube. You know, just subscribe and you know hear my notifications because you'll be seeing more of me on my game dev blogs. Okay, all right, guys. Thanks you all for watching, and just keep an eye out for my games. Thanks all.